When I started in credit, there weren't so many women. I think having senior women in an organization actually helps sort of inspire a much broader range of people.
There have been a lot of women leaders who I found to be either great mentors or great role models. The head of public finance was a woman when I joined Moody's. And so there have always been a number of women role models for me to look up to say, oh, I could be there one day myself.
I can offer role models for women who aspire to go up the curve in any financial industry, so not only within Moody's.
Clients are ultimately women as well, not just men, and having that leadership and having an ability to correspond about the issues from a similar perspective, but also sharing variety of perspectives in that credit decision making, it's critical. And again, our workforce should represent ultimately our population.
And you really need that diversification of thought, all elements of inclusion, not just women, in order to come to the best credit decisions.
Often in my career, I've been and still am, unfortunately, the only woman in the room. And I think that's changing, but at a senior level, it's still, an anomaly, if you will.
Just the realization that people are almost making decisions for you because they think maybe you're not interested in something, that made me realize that I really needed to have these sort of open discussions with my manager as to what I was very passionate about and what I needed to sort of get involved in.
One of the key areas of focus for us now is lower retention at sort of the mid-career level. And so giving women in the 7 to 10 year mark kind of the skills and the support and the mentorship that they need to make sure that they stick with it.
That's the most stressful and challenging time for many, but for women especially, because that's the time that one chooses to potentially have a family.
I have 2 girls at home, and there was that period of time where you're really in the trenches. With workplace flexibility, that's really added a new dimension to what's possible for women.
For me, it's equally important to be a mom, but also to be a leader at work. And being able to do that with a hybrid arrangements is very helpful for any parent, and moms included.
Self-awareness is important. And while young women may look for role models, I think they need to be clear on what they want and what they do not want, and keep that in the back of their mind in everything they do.
Find out as to what roles do entail. Don't get so hung up about what elements of the role that you think today that you aren't qualified for, and see it as an opportunity to sort of gain those additional skills.
The key to having, I think, a successful path through that is, stay focused on what's important to you. You have to be able to prioritize. You need to get support.
Where I think my signature style has been accepting that we're not going to have a perfect information always, and making sure that we are bold in our conviction about making the right decisions and making right calls.
Be open to a number of opportunities and work hard. You can have a fabulous career and enjoy what you're doing.